Hello, hello! As I promised you last week, in this video I will show you my weekly layouts in my bullet journal. We call them weeklies, and this month they're all otter themed as the other spreads that you've seen in my previous video. First of all, thank you all for being here, and I hope you get something out of it. An idea, an inspiration, a nice layout you want to try, or maybe an idea how to approach planning in general. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below and I'll try to take that into account. When setting up my bullet journal, I first choose the layout I want to use for any given spread, and I have a page of thumbnail sketches of different layouts at the beginning of my bullet journal that I refer to often when I'm choosing a design. When I decide on the layout, I then split the page as I want to and plan the placement of the little drawings. I then sketch them in pencil and ink them with fine liners. I erase the pencil marks and write the headers of the days of the week. I like to vary my placement and the way I write the titles, so you'll see 4 variations here, one for each week. If you like any of them or just feel kind today, hit the like button and subscribe because there will be a whole lot of animals coming in the weeks ahead. I'm going to do the 100 days project this year for the very first time, and I'm already nervous. 100 drawings in 100 days, wow. It starts this Sunday, so wish me luck, I'll need it. By the way, sorry for my head getting in the way the whole video. I'm not used to creating under the camera yet. I'll get used to it, I promise. Just stick with me and you'll see. As far as planning goes, I found out that if I do the whole month in advance, I'm much more likely to use my bullet journal every single day, and it's much more useful to me. I don't like setting aside time for decorating every single week, because something always comes up, and I feel stressed if I don't have it ready for the next week. But I love to do it all in one go. That means in short bursts of time during the few days when I'm already in a flow and I can't wait to get back to it. That way my designs become a bit looser in the end, and I notice that I often like the last spread the most. Probably not a coincidence. Some people prefer to do it every week though, and some even like to play with it a bit every day. To me, that would add stress. I need to have my week set up on Sunday before the new week starts, because there's so much I need to put in already, and the point of this kind of planning to me is to take things off my mind. So that's what I prefer. I often can't schedule my me time. It happens when it happens, and I take advantage of it when it does, but I can rarely plan it that I will have the time to play in my bullet journal, but I do need my planner to be set up so I can use it, so this works best for me. Some people get overwhelmed by the whole month setup and prefer to do it in chunks over a long period of time. So experiment what works best for you. We're not the same. You can also experiment which technique is the most comfortable for you. I like the fine liners with watercolors because I just love color and I love watercolors, so I like to use them whenever possible. But you might prefer colored pencils or pastels or whatever. Pastels and chalk might not be the best options for bullet journaling because they will smudge a lot and you will need to fix them so you will be able to use your bullet journals without the smudging problem. Watercolors can be a bit tricky to work on thin paper, but as you can see, it's doable. Work in one layer and apply the paint fairly quickly. I found that these two things help. Also, try not to use too much water. Don't drown your paper. Water brushes are quite nice for this because they don't load too much water onto the tip of the brush. But you don't need a water brush. A cheap synthetic round brush with a relatively good point would work beautifully. Just dry it on a rag if it's too wet, that's it. If you're using watercolor but also like to work in batches of time, you might like the heat gun to speed the drying process. If you're the type of journaler who sets the layouts 1 week at a time or even daily, then you can just leave the journal open to dry. but if you like to paint several pages in one go, heat gun is really handy. You can also use normal hair blow dryer for this as well, and you don't need a separate one for craft. Just a regular blow dryer works quite beautifully. So this is the last spread of February. It's a short month. I'm thinking of doing a rainbow theme for March because of the spring weather here and because of St. Patrick's Day and Holi and other colorful festivals in March, and because rainbows are plain old fun. Or I might choose an animal for my next bullet journal theme, since I'll be doing 100 days project and I could combine the two. I'll see. What would you prefer? Any wishes? If you'd like to join me or see my progress on the 100-day project, check my Instagram at veryartyfairy. And if you'd like to see the still images of these weekly layouts, you can find them on my blog, also veryartyfairy. Who would have thought? Anyhow, I hope to see you again here next Friday. Have fun, like and subscribe to make your good deed of the day. Bye bye.